Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. First things first, if these masks work so well and they benefit everyone so much, and this virus is so deadly that the people that are in power are insisting and now mandating that we all must wear a mask in public and now even in the comfort of our own homes, then I have a list of a few simple common sense questions that need some freaking answers. You guys are watching Talks with Ryan. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get on into today's video. Alright guys, before I get into the questions, I have to go over this CDC and prevention flyer, I guess. It's about masks. It goes over the N95, it goes over surgical mask, and it also goes over cloth mask. So let's get into this. The N95 mask. The CDC and prevention does not recommend that the general public wear an N95 respirator mask to prevent themselves from respiratory disease, including you know what. Let's go on to surgical mask. It says these masks were designed and approved for sterile environments. The amount of particles and contaminants in the outside and indoor environment where people are clogging these masks quickly. The moisture from your breath combined with the clogged mask will render it completely useless. If you come in contact with you know what, your mask traps it. You then become a walking virus dispenser. Every time you put your mask on, you're breathing the germs from everywhere that you went that day. They should be changed out or thrown out every 20 to 30 minutes, and that is in a non-sterile environment. Now, let's get into what we're seeing the most of, and that is cloth mask. This article states, cloth mask, and they got it in bold letters and parentheses. And it says, do not filter anything. As you exhale, you're ridding your lungs of contaminants and carbon dioxide. Cloth mask trap this carbon dioxide the best. And get this, it actually risks your health rather than protect it. The moisture caught in these masks will become mildew-ridden in 30 minutes. Dry coughing, enhanced allergies, sore throat are all symptoms of micro mold inside of your own very personal mask. And guys, remember, this article is from the CDC. This has been posted several places all over the world for everybody to read and for everybody to see. The information is easy. It's common sense. And it's posted everywhere. But yet everybody chooses to turn their minds off and not even read a flyer from the people that's telling them not to wear a mask. But anyways, let's get in to those few questions that definitely need some answering. Question number 1. If these masks really work so well, then why didn't our government supply all of our prisoners with face coverings or face masks instead of releasing them out into the public during all the protests and in some places, riots? If this whole thing is so deadly, then why aren't we seeing numbers of essential workers falling ill and passing away at such an alarming rate that we're supposedly seeing everybody else? Alright, question number 3, and this is pretty astonishing info. According to the World Health Organization in 2018, 10 million people worldwide fell ill with tuberculosis. Out of those 10 million in that same year of 2018, 1.5 million died from tuberculosis. And get this, from the CDC, as far as the year 2020 is gone, 3,000 people have died every single day in the United States of America from TB. And yet, there's no panic, there's no shutdowns, there's no lockdowns, and there's definitely not been any mask mandates whatsoever for tuberculosis. Now guys, let me say this one thing to make myself completely, perfectly clear. I'm not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. This is only information that is provided to me in the forms that I'm showing you from the CDC and from the World Health Organization. And all I'm doing is transferring the information to you guys. On to the next question. Now, this is question number 4. If this whole thing that's going on is really about health and safety of all human beings, then why did Lincoln County, Oregon require everybody to mask up besides black people? By that source of logic, it insinuates that they want the black population to decrease based off the information that they're giving us. Question number 5. If cases are not surging from certain protests, which I'm not going to name, and this information also comes from the CDC and their testing and analyzing of the whole situation based off contact tracing, wouldn't this indicate that mass gatherings promote less cases or more of like a herd immunity response, which therefore should scientifically completely reverse the lockdown orders? But for some reason, this information, even though it's scientifically proven through contact tracing by the CDC, it still does no different. All right, guys, I got to stop for a second. And before I go any further into this video, I have to ask, and if any of you guys have the slightest logical idea of what this could possibly be or what it could represent or be for, please let me know in the comments section below. But this mask, which is covered with holes and openings, is useless. It's rendered useless for even mowing your grass. This is like buying a baseball glove with a gigantic hole in the center of it. It has no point. It's useless. But anyway, on to the next question, guys. If this whole thing is really to promote health and safety for everybody, then how come big government, big oil, along with big name stores are all considered essential, along with alcohol sales? But churches and dentist offices and other small hometown businesses are closed until further notice and considered to be completely non-essential to our everyday life. The United States Constitution, very First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievance. And guys, just to put those fancy words aside, what this means is that we have the freedom to practice any religion we want to speak as freely and as openly as we want to, or as we choose to, basically. We have the freedom to assemble and gather in groups. We have the freedom to address our own government through all types of press. And right now, in this day and age we're living in, right in front of our very eyes, this First Amendment is being taken away from a good portion of our country's people. Right now, in I don't know how many cities, there's several groups of protesters that have every freedom and right in the world to go out and assemble, and freedom of speech, and to petition our government. But yet there's another group that's not allowed their First Amendment when it comes to assembling in a church, or when it comes to practicing the freedom of their own religion. And guys, I mean, freedom is freedom. And the First Amendment is the First Amendment, cut and dry. They can't pick and choose. And right now, the First Amendment is basically under attack. Now, there's a couple more things that I want to share with you guys before I close this video out. And one of them is this flyer that I found in, I believe, a Walmart. And I took a snapshot of it with my camera. but it's from the CDC, and it states, if you are a healthy individual, then the CDC does not recommend buying or using a face mask. And underneath, in very fine print, it says, you should only wear a mask if a health care provider tells you to do so. And guys, here's a picture I got off Twitter, and I cannot find the link back to that Twitter post to save my life, but it is the packaging to an N95 respirator cartridge mask. And it shows right here on the back, anything above 86 degrees Fahrenheit is a no-go. And any type of humidity or moisture in the air that's above 80% is also a no-go. And it states that if these are used in the wrong manner, that they can cause serious health problems or even cause death. And that's pretty serious. And I mean, they don't put this stuff on here just to, you know, make it look more professional. They put it on there for a reason, for you to read it and for you to follow it. Because if not, there could be serious consequences. Let's go to this PolitiFact article. It says a warning on a label box of disposable mask shows that they are ineffective in protecting the spread of you know what. And luckily, since we can hardly see this picture, I'm trying to zoom in on it. PolitiFact quoted it. The box says, this product is an ear loop mask. This product is not a respirator and will not provide any protection against you know what, along with any other viruses or contaminants. And like the article I read at the very first of the video, it basically says that it's a filter that picks up everything that you're breathing in and breathing out and makes you a walking virus dispenser. Guys, real quick before you go, make sure and leave this video a thumbs up. Make sure and try to share it on all your social media platforms. That's why I'm leaving it short and I'm leaving it cut and dry, so you guys can easily share it and get the information out there. If you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button before you go. And if you have a friend that you know is not subscribed, maybe go ahead and let them know and get them over here too, so we can spread more knowledge, which will promote more freedom. Other than that, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next video.